So here we are once again. This is Wrestle DX Plus Alpha. We're coming at you with another video here. So we're here talking about wrestling in the last month alone. Single first-time matches that have not happened anywhere, that have happened in WWE. Because the depth of their roster right now is crazy good. So Kevin, you have to roll this one. You've compiled the database on this one. You've been running the numbers and putting this together. So dude, tell me about it. What's going on here?
Yeah, I just kind of find it astounding. I've put together a list of one-time matches that only ever happened once, like back in 2002. The only ever meeting of Rob Van Dam versus Shawn Michaels happened on an episode of Raw for the world title. I mean, I find that amazing. That's just a dream match for me. And yet, inside of 1 month, I think from the October 18th to November 18th.
So 1 month period, 4 weeks.
Yeah, a 1 month period of matches that happened just once and only one time ever in the world. The only meetings that I'm aware of, let's say, for example, Rey Mysterio versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It's never happened anywhere.
I can feel the hairs on the back of my neck just going off. Yeah. So Rey and Shinsuke never met before until last month. But they've been rolling this out over the last month alone. 4 weeks of not just 1, 2, 3 matches. There's like a list of one-time matches that have happened for the very first time here in the depth of the WWE right now. So, I mean, have a look at these, man. You should be reading some of these off.
I mean, Evolution, not just last month. Evolution held Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey and Io Shirai versus Toni Storm for the Mania Classic Finals. First time ever. Both of those.
Such a good match. So
exactly. Fantastic. And then not just abroad, over here in the UK. The NXT UK held Noam Dar versus Zach Gibson the very first time.
So they probably have wrestled in terms of their development in the UK here, but so I guess in terms of mainstream big stuff on the big TV, as it were, yeah, Noam Dar, Zach Gibson. So rolling around that, also Crown Jewel. As much as people decried that show, there was 3 matches on there that happened for the very first time. Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley,
Dolph Ziggler versus Kurt Angle, and that in itself, that's something I would have loved to have seen anyway. And then Ziggler jobbing out to Shane McMahon in a pretty much a squash match, but it still happened. They never ever met anywhere else before. So Becky Lynch versus Nikki Cross on an episode of SmackDown.
See that?
Still not quite sure if
that match there. Actually, they're two kind of crazy British Irish girls. Well, I think that they should be having a feud together in the coming months potentially. That needs to happen, I think.
Well, it would be nice, but since Nikki Cross was presented as a member of Sanity, and since Sanity have been pretty much
just house show jobbers.
A paperweight. It's there sitting there on the desk. But
I'll play with you occasionally.
Yeah. Occasionally you pick it up. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that.
So
yeah, that's kind of Sanity. So
SmackDown in that week also had not only the Becky Lynch, Nikki Cross first time ever, they also had Andrea Cien Almas versus Rey Mysterio, which was just a match of the night.
I know, it's got to be a dream match for any Mexican wrestling fan. Anybody south of the border over in the States has got to be going, oh my god, they faced each other.
Yeah, Lucha Libre.
What was a throwaway match ended up being like 3.5 stars by Meltzer.
It was a good match as well, and I'd love to see them go out and get it one more time. But in the same week, the night after that, 205 Live also had Mark Andrews, British guy, Buddy Murphy, the guy who literally is the backbone of 205 Live, coming together one-on-one, first time ever on TV at least.
I know, and it was a tremendous match. It was during the WWE's tour of the UK, and they like to bring in the British stars, especially since they got NXT UK now. And it was a great match.
Yes.
Buddy Murphy right now is like, the fantastic must-watch star of 205 Live.
He's the reason I watch it.
If he's on, you're watching.
Dolph Ziggler, Finn Balor from Raw the week before. No, just a few days later, actually. It says 12th of November, so this past a couple of weeks ago. So Dolph Ziggler and Finn Balor. They may have met on house shows or whatever. This is the first time out there on Raw, big TV, broadcast into the world. First time ever. And that happened in the last few weeks alone.
Exactly. And then just the night after, Almas versus Jeff Hardy.
Just speaks for itself. Hanson and Kyle O'Reilly, who I think if they fought against each other as tag team opponents in Ring of Honor, but not one-on-one like this. This is Hanson, Kyle O'Reilly. That happened.
One-on-one match.
This happened on NXT. On the same night, Mai Yim versus Bianca Belair happened. So again, this is one time only, first time ever, against each other on TV and NXT, happening here in WWE.
And again, on the same night, different show, 205 Live. Cedric Alexander, Leo Rush, and if you hadn't seen it, you've missed something amazing. Get your network out, go watch it. Brilliant. Yeah.
So as you go out into War Games, then War Games had Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano, who've been orbiting each other as the kind of. You try to work out whether they're the baby faces of the show, but then of course there was the double cross. It turned out that Johnny Gargano was the guy who hit Aleister Black over the head, took him out for a few months, and that match was great. But they never wrestled each other in terms of it's WWE territory anyway. But you also saw Tommaso Ciampa obviously line up itself against Velveteen Dream as well.
Exactly. Both of those matches just phenomenal. It was a phenomenal night of wrestling. But those two matches were just amazing.
So following on for that, you had Survivor Series. I also saw cross-brand battle going on of the red brand versus the blue brand coming together. So you had the one-on-one of main event Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan. So you had also Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. The match that everyone really wanted to see. Yeah, in blue pajamas. That's the last thing everyone wants to remember is blue pajamas, but yes, that happened. And you had Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. Same night.
Yeah, which may have been the three best matches of the night as well, on a fantastic night of professional wrestling.
Yes, this is like one time only, back to back, over the course of 1 month. I mean, if you are a wrestling fan of any creed, no matter where you've been from, a lot of these guys have come in from other companies, a lot of these guys have developed through WWE and girls as well. But you're now seeing the dream matches happening. You're now seeing the trickles of the talent that you've always liked and always wanted to watch coming together and having those bouts that actually make you talk, with your friends and with your family about. This is great. This is what WWE should be about. It should be the location where everyone goes, where everyone comes together. And NXT, Crown Jewel, Evolution, Survivor Series are making that happen now. Wrestling is such a good place to be if you're a fan.
Yeah, it's just amazing, especially when you get your one-off matches as well. I mean, sometimes the writing and creative are a bit the shits. You can still get that one-off match that makes you go, ooh,
I want to see
like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at that, right? I'm just thinking of a time in Impact Wrestling when you saw Rob Van Dam come in. You had Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy, and AJ Styles circling each other. And my God, I wanted to see that match so bad. And they threw it away on TV the very first time the three guys came together. And it was a DQ finish. And I was like, what the fuck? But yeah.
For another time as well, we have got to cover more of these one-time only matches. I have a list like you would not believe. The guys that have faced each other in matches you would not believe. Like Dean Malenko versus Bret Hart. That happened once.
Man, that just oozes. I've got to go see that now. I want to see this match.
Yeah, I have a list and it is amazing. I mean, Edge versus Vader. That happened.
I didn't know that happened. I guess there's no reason why. Yeah, we need to cover more of this list. So next time out, we're going to get together. We're going to be calling out all these matches that are one-time only events. I just think the list that we gave a few minutes ago was all in the last month, and these other ones are extra special times for people to come together. So keep watching Wrestle DX myself for more exclusive and interesting facts and information coming your way.